Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kal.
And I'm here. And I love you though. This is
Oh
Ghost.
my god, you know. And this week has been nothing but just straight chaos, to be honest. We're talking about GTA 6's delay, Overwatch's redemption arc. You got AI creeping into game dev, Xbox hiking prices, and even a naked Ganon speedrun that had Nintendo staff filming on all their phones. So let's just get right into it.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, leave that one for last.
Let's start with the big one. GTA 6 is officially delayed to May 26, 2026. Rockstar says it needs more time to hit that Rockstar level of polish, which, honestly, are we even shocked that this got delayed?
Fine. Okay. The lobby's still going to crash day one, though. It still ain't going to be right. That's fine.
Obviously, this has had a ripple effect. Studios that were trying to avoid launching in fall 2025, now they're scrambling to fill the gap. We've already seen publishers reposition titles to hit, that October to November window. But were you shocked by this, or were you kind of expecting it?
With GTA, I don't know, man. There's always something going on. So, yeah, kind of. But they've lent so much speculation that it was going to come out this year. So much so that there have been other game developers, like you just said, like prepping for impact.
Right.
So I don't know, man. But I don't want to joke about it, obviously, with there being problems with servers. I understand why they're going to do it, because here's the thing. Truth behind all of it, they literally have a blank check on this game.
I don't think they can do
obviously,
no wrong
we're all going to play. Yeah, but like, even if we're all going to play, and if anybody says they're not, stop lying to yourself. We're all going to play because we're all going to be doing it. It's going to be on the fucking Channel 9 news. But
it will
also, though, it will be. It's going to be crazy. But also, though, they need to have this game come out with as much polish as possible, because it's been 32 years since it dropped, GTA 5. People are grandparents now. Like, this game does have to come out at least 80% running. Do you know what I mean? Like, they can't afford to skip a beat.
Not only that, getting back to not just polish, but I feel like also they're pushing back because they're still trying to figure out how much they want this game to cost.
I don't know, man. You need to tell me what it's going to cost so I can start saving.
This is going to be like
it's going to be a defining moment. It's a defining mark in gaming, whatever's going to happen here.
Right. I wanted GTA 6 to come this year. I was kind of disappointed to see it got pushed that far. But now I wonder what Battlefield are they going to stick to their release date.
You know what though? Good for them for at least saying it, because they're getting pressure and all that, which Rockstar literally gives two flying pigs about.
Right.
But I do want to know what those boardrooms look like today when that news
exactly
hit, because there was some immediate conference calls like, hey,
somebody get
everybody in here. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Get your asses in here.
I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're on vacation. Pick up the phone. While Rockstar's buying time, game devs are wrestling with something deeper: AI and creativity.
Thanks, COD.
Famutsu brought together some heavyweights: Yokotaro, Uchikoshi, Kodaka, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Jiro Ishii, and they did not hold back. Taro says game writers in the future might be treated like medieval bards, respected but obsolete. Uchikoshi warned that AI still lacks the human touch. Kodaka pointed out, AI can mimic someone like David Lynch, but it can't evolve like him. And Ishii, he summed it up: AI can copy the what, but not the why. That said, they're not anti-AI, they just think it needs to be used smartly, not as a crutch. Listen, I do not want AI making like the stuff that I can visually see with my eyes, like the artwork, like the skins, like that should be, when it comes to like skins, it is one of the best things that you can possibly do is to get the community involved with that type of stuff. Like with artwork. Like,
of course,
you will never run out of ideas if you get the community involved. First, your game has to be good enough for the community to like it. But after that, I see no problem. And then just give them like compensation if you pick their artwork. I don't understand why that's so hard. But yeah, I know the finals uses AI because I think their announcer uses AI. Stuff like that doesn't really bother me, but I also wish that a voice was actually used.
Well, and I don't know. And I mean, I agree with you, like something like the finals. And as much as we want to bag on like COD and stuff like that, they do have a diversity in their skins and things like that. Like, it's just oversaturated with what they do. So it just gets annoying, right? And it's kind of lost its way, but that's neither here nor there. Like, some of it, I was looking through them today, like some of them are kind of cool. But I do agree with the AI. AI can do a lot, but it also can't do the other side, right? So, we're implementing AI where in like the recruiting side. Well, it's cool. So you can look at someone's resume and say, okay, so they check those boxes, but just because the resume checks those boxes doesn't mean the person necessarily can check those boxes, right? Did they really know what they were applying for? Did you really have the conversation with them? Did you tell them what that job description really was, what the real day-to-day was? Or did they just look up on Indeed and it said, oh, you work in waste management, so maybe this waste management is what you want to do, but that's completely different. What if you don't know about that? So I agree, you need to still have the human touch for some of the things that we do, and it kind of sucks that we lean so much into AI for certain things.
Right. It should be a tool. It should never just be something that's just outright used completely. We should just use it like everything, like spell check, like all these other stuff that we use to just make art better. We should not just go full send into this completely, which I feel like a lot of companies they jump the gun a lot of the times because they're like, oh, we can save so much money.
Do you really though? You know what I mean? Like, what's the real saving of it though?
I guess you don't have to pay somebody to answer the damn phone when I'm trying to like get in a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, but that's ugly though.
Anytime I'm trying to call and make an appointment anywhere, I'm talking to an AI. It's happened twice.
You better press number one. And don't you dare ask for a customer service person. You ain't getting it.
I'm just screaming agent into the mic until somebody picks up.
Nah, you keep screaming agent, they just gonna disconnect it. They just be like, nah, we're not doing that. All you hear is dial tone.
Meanwhile, in a surprise twist, Overwatch 2 is actually turning things around. Back in February, game director Aaron Keller dropped a 34-minute deep dive showcasing everything coming down the pipeline. Since then, they've delivered new heroes, a third-person mode, revamped loot boxes, and plans to bring back 6v6. The result? Steam reviews are climbing, Reddit's less toxic, and even YouTubers are starting to say that this feels like the best Overwatch has been since launch date.
I like a 6-on-6 though. I like that type of style. There's a lot of pressure in 6v6.
Because I think they had did like the 5v5, and a lot of people were kind of complaining because they were like, once you get used to us like having that extra person, we don't see a reason to take one away. It's kind of like similar to Battlefield, where remember it used to be 5 on a squad in Battlefield 4, but they took that extra. Like, no, give me that 5, that 5th person. I liked it that way.
Isn't most search and destroy missions, I think in like Call of Duty, like traditionally like search and destroy are 6-man teams, aren't they?
Yeah, they 6v6. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Because even I think Rainbow Six is 6-on-6, right?
6
I think.
I believe
6v6?
So,
I think so, right?
I think it's a standard for just about every FPS.
Well, welcome to the modern age.
Well, yeah, welcome back to the modern age. I think sometimes they just make changes just to make changes.
But you know what, though? If they were listening to their community and gave them what they were looking for, hats off. Good for them.
Right. Welcome back. It only took Marvel Rivals to completely take away your entire player base for y'all to start acting right.
Crazy.
All right, so the one that you were wondering about when I was giving a little intro.
Who's running naked?
At a Switch 2 demo event in Japan, speedrunner Ikaboze, I think that's how you say his name, beat Ganon in 7 minutes. Totally naked. He's not talking about himself, but the character Zelda was naked. He beat him in 7 minutes with no armor, no weapons, and no sound. and on a controller he didn't really recognize or play with regularly. Obviously, the crowd went wild. Even Nintendo staff pulling out their phones to film everything. The demo was running the new Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild with all its visual upgrades, achievements, and support for a new service called Zelda Notes. If you've got the expansion pack, the upgrade's free. If not, it'll cost you $10. But yeah, he beat Ganon within the demo window with no armor.
That's impressive.
No, that is absolutely insane. And with no sound, no weapons. How do you do that?
I'm super impressed with that. And I'm not even a Zelda person. That's
right.
Kind of cool.
We would never stand a chance against them. Like in any kind of...
No. I mean, did you really think you were going to? Like, did you have a thought process behind that? No. That's crazy. Anytime somebody beats a boss with nothing, nah, I'm good. I'm totally cool. That's like the people that are say what they want, like Elden Ring, and they're just wearing like it's not a gi,
right.
but like what the sumo wrestlers wear,
exactly,
that and a hat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? They're like, yeah, I used this one sleeping spell for the entire game, 300 hours. What? No, absolutely not.
Right.
You're better than me. I get it.
Not just better, but you have a lot of time on your hands to keep doing this.
You need to go touch some grass.
Speaking of cost, prices are climbing fast. Last week we discussed Nintendo's confusing game upgrades, how in the UK upgrading Kirby costs double what it costs to upgrade Zelda. Some upgrades include full content drops, others are just resolution bumps, but there's no consistency. Meanwhile, Microsoft just raised prices across the board. Xbox Series S now starts at $379. Series X tops out at $729 for the Galaxy Edition, and all first-party games will start at $80 starting this holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Controllers, headsets, everything's up. Microsoft says it's due to rising dev costs and tariffs, but let's be honest, everybody's getting stretched. I'm sorry. I'm good. Like, I'm really going to start being very picky about what I play.
Yep.
And that's
what I play, what I spend money on.
Yeah, what I spend my money on. That's why I said I will keep saying, because of all these rising prices, Marathon should not be it should be free to play. You think I'm about to spend money on a project I'm not really sure that I want to dip my toes in?
They were hoping you would.
Yeah, they were hoping.
True.
And I don't think the game is going to be as bad as Concord, but I do not think they're going to get the engagement that they want to. It's already not garnering the attention that they want. I really think they should just go free to play.
I hope it's good, because I hate seeing the devs lose their jobs over a direction that maybe, I'm not saying they're not into it, but being told and pointed to. I hope it does well, because it's really a shitty scene to go out there and be like, hey, they're proud of this, and then it just doesn't hit the mark, and then we as gamers bash it, and then we know the inevitability of that.
Right.
So it's just kind of tough, and I don't know, that sucks. I hope it does well though.
Me too, but let's be honest, devs lose their jobs whether it's good or bad, so all Destiny. I can say is good luck.
They said if this DLC, this expansion better do well, y'all getting the axe. Did extremely well, still got an axe. It's crazy.
It's not funny, but it's just, I'm laughing at the absurdity of it. It's insane.
It's just sad. I don't know how. I honestly, like, when you're growing up or like you decide to get into the field, like you look at that and go, man, this is going to be a great field. I would not buy anything ever if I was a dev, ever. Like, I wouldn't buy a house. I wouldn't buy a new car. I would just try to stack as much money away like a freaking hermit crab, because it just,
there is no stability.
No idea. None.
You would have to get extremely lucky, you'd have to be extremely frugal, but also get extremely lucky with who you're working with, and hope that you're not a new studio that just came online and now you just spent 8 years making a project only to get completely cut in 2 weeks.
Or you get lucky and get on like Rockstar, and then you're on the damn project, forever. But
right, exactly. But if that wasn't enough, Nintendo has quietly killed off one of its best tricks. As of OS 20.0.0, you can't play the same digital game on two consoles online anymore. They've replaced it with something called virtual game cards, which are basically digital licenses you have to eject from one console before using it on another. Offline sharing still works, kind of, but yeah, families and friends are pretty upset about this. So, do you know exactly what I'm talking about? Like, the way I use my PlayStation, having a second account, as long as my primary account has PlayStation Plus, I am still able to play GTA Online with my second account because they're tied.
Right.
Now, you can't do that on Nintendo.
Oh, they really trying to be like Netflix. All right, I see you.
Just getting greedier. What? My God, this. Now that people got to try to find another workaround for that.
We will rise.
We will rise from the dust.
Like a phoenix arose from the ashes.
Gamers will always find a way, man. Always. But something good for Forza Horizon 5 has dropped on PlayStation 5 this week, and obviously it's great. It's a digital only port.
I'm playing.
But it runs beautifully, especially on the PlayStation 5 Pro with ray trace reflections and beefed up performance. And it added 700,000 players on launch day. Microsoft's strategy is clear. Exclusivity walls are crumbling at this point. And I'm enjoying it. I love it.
I'm excited.
Never thought I'd see Forza on the PlayStation, but here we are. That's something.
Here I am.
If you told somebody if you had told an Xbox fanboy 10 years ago.
Me, 10 years ago.
Right. If you told that Forza is going to be on PlayStation in about 10 years.
You are out of your freaking mind. Any side of the rail you were on. What? Excuse me? No, that's crazy. Bring Halo over, please.
Bring Halo over. I think Gears is coming over too.
Yes, it is. I'm telling
excited
you.
For that.
They bring Halo over. It'd be immaculate. Chef's kiss. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying Forza though, and I do like the fact that they dropped me some of my old original cars from my Xbox account when I linked it over.
Oh, really?
So I got my I got my I forget what it's called right now because I'm so hype about it, but it's a higher end Ferrari, and I'm out there banging around in it, super excited.
Meanwhile, Sonic. What did you say?
Nothing. Keep it going. I got a Bugatti.
EA just laid off up to 400 people and canceled 2 games at Respawn, one of which was reportedly a Titanfall universe extraction shooter. Now, I thought initially that they were making another Titanfall 3. Ain't nobody asked y'all for an extraction shooter in the Titanfall universe. Stop making stuff adjacent to Titanfall and just make Titanfall.
Why are they teasing so hard?
How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? I'm tired of this. Make the damn game.
I want to know what the reasoning is.
I don't know at this point. Like, why would you go and make another game adjacent to the game that everybody wants you to make?
Haven't they come out like multiple times? They're like, yeah, there's enough lore in Apex for Titanfall 3.
Right.
Just in general.
I guarantee you it's because they're all hands on deck or for Battlefield and they do not want to split their player base between the two games.
That's okay. Fine. I get it. But then you can at least come out and be like, hey, listen, we got to get through this one first.
Yes.
That's all you got to say.
That's all you got to say.
All you got to say. Let us do this one right, and we'll get you the next one.
Don't have to keep giving us blue balls.
Tell you what, that gaming community for Titanfall would come out of the woodworks and be like, fine, cool, do what you got to do.
Right.
But no,
I'm tired of being edged.
We're going to get more Pal World type games of it. That's cool.
Right.
You're just going to keep telling a story about Titanfall in another game.
Just pissing me off. I see references to my beloved, yet I cannot touch her. What is
crazy statement.
All right. Respawn's now doubling down on Apex Legends and Star Wars Jedi 3. And the industry's been hit hard. Layoff, restructuring, shifting priorities. So it's a tough year. I don't know if you hear my
cough. An ugly year.
It is. Although we've got some bangers this year. I've been playing a lot of good games this year, honestly.
I guess.
But it's not good. It's not a good year for a game. Lord, can I speak?
You all right over there? Would you like some water? There are some really good games out there, though. I mean,
but it's just not a good year for game devs.
No, not at all. Not at all. But hopefully we'll get through it, and they'll turn this shit around a little bit.
Right. All right. This one kind of surprised me. Cyberpunk 2077 is a day one Switch 2 launch title. But get this.
What?
It's not just a port. It's actually optimized for handheld.
I swear to God, y'all couldn't have made it right for the PlayStation when it came, but you're going to do it for the Switch? Y'all are ugly.
You've got
UGLY ugly.
Motion controls for swordplay. Variable refresh rate support.
Man.
Phantom Liberty DLC is included. And smoother performance than the PlayStation 4 Xbox One versions ever had. It's the full Ultimate Edition, and early footage looks damn good, honestly. So props to CD Projekt Red for pulling it off.
No.
Honestly, like I told you many times before, when I initially saw that trailer and I saw how dense that city was and how many lights were going off, I was like, oh, that's not riding on that PlayStation 4. Like, I don't know where that game's going. It's just not going on console. And if it does, it's going to break.
Ugly.
And what did it do?
Ugly.
It broke.
It briggity broke.
And then they tried to issue refunds, but didn't talk to Sony about it first.
That is wild. Somebody was like, whoa, we don't do that around here.
Right. What do you think you were doing?
You're going to give them back your money. We're not getting back our money. Good luck.
And PlayStation just took that whole thing off the stores that we're not doing any of that. Actually, since you want to give refunds, that's it, but nobody else is buying it. That was a crazy year. The hype for that game was astronomically impossible to hold. Like, it was just so many people were hyped to play that game. Me, one of them. It pushed me to get a PC. But yeah, I just feel bad, honestly.
Yeah, me. I felt bad for me.
Yeah, really.
I rode in a cop car for 4 hours. Couldn't get past it.
And before we wrap, here's what's free this month for PlayStation Plus. Ark Survival Ascended, Balatro, and Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. Balatro is the one that I definitely want to play because I believe it won an award last year at the Game of the Year Awards. I can't remember what it was. Cool. Probably because of how addictive it was. But yeah, X has played it a lot and he loves it.
We need to get him on here.
It's basically a roguelike for cards. I think
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, solid lineup, especially like I was saying, Balatro, if you're into weird poker style roguelites. But heads up, 22 games are leaving the library in June, including GTA 5 and Resistance 2. Honestly, I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to, PlayStation's free games. I think that's just because I have a PC and I haven't really been on my PlayStation as much as I usually am. But yeah, always nice to get something free. But, even if they're free, they don't stay in the store forever. So if you really like a game, make sure you buy it physically.
And even then, they might shut it down, and you don't got royalties on it or whatever.
Up here trying to gaslight everybody and say you just purchased the license, you didn't actually purchase the game. I'm about to
they said, "Oh,
punch
you
in your kidney."
So all them skins you bought, we keeping all that money,
right?
And shutting it down.
But all right. So GTA's delayed. Overwatch is thriving. Nintendo's cracking down. Xbox is raising prices.
And we're not getting Titanfall. But whatever.
Yeah, we're not getting Titanfall 3. Honestly, I'm glad they killed their project because nobody asked for an extraction shooter in the Titanfall universe. Why is everybody jumping on the extraction shooter genre?
I'm just going to bed. I can't do it.
They went from Battle Royale to extraction shooter. What's next?
Don't you know that's what the community wants?
How about y'all just make some good 4-player co-op games?
No, nobody wants that. Nobody
wants that. How about you make some good games like Split Fiction, something unique?
They don't want that. It's too unique, sir. That scares people on the whiteboards.
It also doesn't make... Nah, I'll tell you what scares people on the whiteboards. That game ain't making no money this quarter. That's what... You better show up with astronomical numbers.
I will tell you this. Split Fiction is one of the greatest games I've played ever. That was an amazing game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's probably one of the
100%.
games I played this year. Honestly, I also want to say that I have always disliked turn-based games.
No.
But my God, Claire Obscur Expedition 33 has turned me on to JRPGs. Oh my God. I'm literally just sitting I turn the game on and I'm getting hit with like these angelic choruses played singing over piano, and I'm like, bro, I'm just sitting here in the menu just vibing. I
swear to God.
Such a gorgeous game. Just great gameplay, great environment, great characters that you can latch on to, and you know, so much lore built into this world. And it's so crazy that the devs who made this all... Say what?
Can you build characters? Or is it just linear?
No, it's just like story. It's story based.
Oh, okay.
But you can customize.
Boy, you almost got me. I almost walked right into the living room about it.
You can customize like their outfits and stuff like that, and their hair, but that's about it. Obviously, there's a skill tree and all that, but yeah, just this has turned me on to JRPGs completely, and I'm going to continue playing this. But yeah. I love it. It's great. But at this point, I'm going to say that this is going to be really tough competition for Split Fiction. That's how good this game is. And I also want to note these are ex-Ubisoft devs.
That just makes me angry. No, but I am glad that that's a good game, though.
Right.
Not my type of game, but I'm glad that it's something hit the market that is unique and different.
Not my type of game, and also thank you for Game Pass for allowing me to play it so cheaply without having to.
You're welcome.
But what? Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Did any of these stories surprise you? If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and smash the bell so you don't miss what's next. Catch you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.